what you don't understand. The truth is not in your command. Don't shout about what you think is fake. The decision isn't yours to make. Don't lie about the way things are. The tall tales will take you very far. Don't.
Hey everyone, it's Marianne from the New York City Organization of Public Service Retirees. Listen, I want to go back into part 2 of labor history. I know we did several videos, I think 6 altogether. Yesterday we did one about AFL-CIO, or AFL at the time, under Samuel Gompers, and defining what bread and butter means. I want to give you a little bit more of a history on Samuel Gompers. So keeping this short, let's get right into it. So this is a labor history archive, and it says, from the archive, Shin Kickers, from history, Samuel Gompers, and the American Federation of Labor. And this is really important because it helps explain to people exactly why, why this is important. What exactly did this man do? It says it's Labor Day weekend here in the United States, a holiday that many of us celebrate by firing up the grills, hitting up sales, and attending outdoor festivals. And in short, it's a day off, something that we can thank the American labor movement for, along with child labor laws, the 40-hour work week, and paid vacations, etc. So I think we could all kind of agree on that. Does it let me slide this down? Let's go from here. Let's see if this let me do it. Okay. One of the major players in the labor movement was Samuel Gompers in the United States, right? So, oh, yep, we could all see this. Perfect. Let's make this larger. Okay. So it says Gompers, from 1850 to 1924, was born in East London. His family immigrated to America when he was 13 and settled in the Jewish community on Manhattan's Lower East Side. For 18 months, Gompers and his family rolled cigars in the small apartment before finding a better job in cigar shops. In the evenings, Gompers attended free lectures and classes at Cooper's Union. He received an education on the floor of the cigar workshop as well. Unlike many other skilled trades, cigar rolling was quiet work and talking was allowed. Sometimes one of the men in the shop would read to the others. Gompers and his father soon joined a branch of the United Cigar Makers Union. Gompers was not very active in union business until the early 1870s, when the position of skilled cigar makers was threatened by the proposed introduction of a cigar mold that simplified an important step in the cigar making process. He joined other union members in a series of strikes protesting the use of the mold, with its threat of making skilled workers less necessary. During this period, Gompers, who also attended socialist meetings and demonstrations, he was drawn to Marx's critique of capitalism, but he came to the conclusion that socialist goals of long-term transformation were in conflict with the desire of most workers for immediate change. He described his own labor philosophy as bread and butter unionism. After a failure of a 107-day strike, Gompers and federal union member Adolf Strasser decided to reorganize the Cigar Makers Union. The new Cigar Makers International Union charged relatively high dues, which allowed them to build a strike fund and offer benefits program. The idea was to build a sense of identity among members based on their shared skills and bind them to the union through an extensive benefit system. Gee, doesn't that sound kind of familiar? In 1881, Gompers was instrumental in creating another level of union strength in the form of a National Federation of Trade Unions, the Federation of Organized Trade and Labor Unions, which became the American Federation of Labor, AFL, in 1886. And by 1900, the AFL had roughly 1 million members. The benefits that not all Americans even enjoy today. So this is a very interesting, very, very interesting post. I want you to understand something. This is exactly what is happening today. You have a union like the United Federation of Teachers, for example, that is tying its retirees to its RTC through a dues and a benefit, like your catastrophic plan or your SHIP plan. That's how they're keeping you connected. And then you have another group that's trying to say, we really need to focus on what's here. What benefits our healthcare? What benefits our wages? What benefits our working conditions? Classroom size, congestion pricing. These are issues that affect your everyday, not the political agendas. And that's the difference. That is basically the definition of bread and butter unionism. What can impact you as a worker or a retiree? Not other political issues, political ideologies, state issues, federal issues, international issues. What affects you in your job? What will make your job better? What will pay you better? What will make your working conditions better? That's called bread and butter. I did a video, I think probably about 2.5 years ago, with Victor Gottbaum on this exact same thing. And yet many people just don't seem to understand it, know it, or get it. This is our history. And this is why it's important to know. Why does the RTC, Retired Teacher Chapter, United Federation of Teachers, ties your membership to a health benefit? To keep you there. That's why. It's meant to keep you attached. Stick with what's important to you. If the other caucuses within the UFT want to make sure that their lives are better, when they enter union conversations, they'll leave their social justice issues, their international issues, their identities of whether they're Jewish, not Jewish, whether they're Palestinian, not, leave it at the door. Those are issues for you to rally behind with other like-minded people. But as I said yesterday, and I've said for months and over the last 4 years, you unite and align where you have a common interest. And everyone in the United Federation of Teachers has a common interest in who the next union president is and who the RTC president is. Chapter leader. Get behind that. And that's where you'll be victorious. Trust me, we've done this for the last 4 years. And so did Samuel Gompers going back to the 1800s. Focus on that because that's what people want. Have a great day, everybody. You're still here? No kidding. Well, let me add a PS to that. If you advocate to steal someone else's bread and butter, especially the bread and butter of a retired unionist, that's anti-union. And that's not how unions were started. So I'll end with this. What purpose would a union have to ever exist if you work your whole life working for a union, paying dues, being loyal, going out whenever they put the all call out for no matter what it was that they put it out for? And then you retire. And then some young snot-nosed unionist goes, we got to finance that contract. We might as well steal the bread and butter from those retired old folks. Don't matter. Got to come from somewhere. That's not union. And if they know that that's your MO, they won't join you. They won't stay with you. They won't pay dues to you. And they won't stay loyal. Why should they? You're going to rob from them once they're no longer in your union paying you dues anyway. So to Mr. Ahern, who thinks that that's unionism, you, sir, should go back to school. That's why we do these Labor History 101 series. Stay tuned, folks. There's a lot more coming.
Don't speak what you don't understand. The truth is not in your command. Don't shout the way things are. The tall tales will take you very far. Don't scoff when they say it's the end. In this life, you know you can't pretend. The days pass by.